Welcome to Internal Warrior Yoga. Today we are going to do a flow for people who are feeling extra tight. The best thing to do when you are feeling this way is to bring the floor to you. So you're going to need lots of props, but don't worry if you don't have any specific yoga props. Grab some things that you have just laying around the house. So I have a yoga block here. If you have one, great. If not, grab a really thick pillow or book. And then I have a couple just couch cushions that I like to use. So grab at least 3 pillows if you're going the pillow route. And then grab a really long sock, or if you have some sort of a little workout band, some sort of a strap thing. And then when you're ready, join me on the mat. Okay, so for our first pose today, go ahead and grab your pillows. And if they're pretty thin like mine, stack 2 on top of each other. If they're thicker, 1 should be fine. And then take them underneath your sits bones. And you want to sit on the very corner of the pillow. So not right in the middle, just right on the edge. And then you can have your feet like this, or you can open them up. Find what feels comfortable for you. And then grab either your yoga block or a thick book, whatever you decided on, and put it next to your hip. And then we're just going to center in. So close your eyes. You can take your hands to your thighs or to your heart at prayer. And begin to focus on your breathing. Notice how your chest feels when you take a really big inhale. Notice if you're tight there. And then notice on your exhales if you're fully letting all the air out. And then take a moment to just allow yourself to fully accept your body just the way it is. To honor the points that you need to go today. To not take it too far. When you're ready, open up your eyes. Take your right hand to your block and inhale, reach the left arm up. Breathe into the side body. On your next inhale, float the left hand back down. Switch your prop over to the other side next to your left hip. Take the left hand on the block and inhale the right arm up. Draw the shoulder down the back. Inhale, bring the right arm back down. And then extend both of the legs out in front of you if they're not already. Bend the knees, just lightly here. Coming up onto your heels, roll the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, draw the belly button up and in. And maintaining that long spine, tilt the torso forward, taking the hands to the shins, or down to the feet. And then keeping that flat back, see if you need to stay here to feel a stretch, or if you need to straighten the legs out just a little bit more. Again, honoring what your body needs today. When you find that spot, just continue to breathe space and length into the hamstrings and the back and the hips. Drop the hands down, slowly roll them up, rounding the spine, and bring the chin up. Remove the pillows from underneath your sits bones. I'm gonna turn so that you guys can see me. Come up onto all fours in tabletop position. push the ground away with the fingers, spreading them super wide. And then come up onto the toes, sending the hips up towards the sky, keeping the legs bent. And then take your feet wider than your hips, staying up on the toes with the knees bent. And then push the ground away even more, seeing if you can draw your tailbone up towards the sky just a little bit more. And breathe. On your next inhale, come forward, drawing the knees down towards the mat. Extend the toes out long. And make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders. And then when you find your position, inhale, roll the shoulder blades down the back, send the tailbone up towards the sky, and open up through the chest. Keep your chin parallel to the mat. Exhale, draw the navel up and in, round the spine, and send the crown of the head towards the mat. And moving a little bit faster, inhale, lift the tailbone, draw the heart forward. Exhale, round the spine, tucking the navel up and in. Inhale, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, come to a nice flat back. Grow longer through the crown of the head and the tailbone. And then inhale, pick the right arm up, stretching it out in front of you. Extend the left leg back. You can stay on your toes on the mat, or you can lift up. And then wherever you are, extend out even longer. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower everything down. Inhale, pick the right knee off of the mat, stepping it in the middle of the hands. And then push the ground away with the back toes, lifting the left kneecap. And pivot on your left foot so that your toes are pointing forward. And then open up. This is Virabhadrasana 2, or Warrior 2. Bend into the front knee so that your knee is directly over your ankle. And then push into the pinky side of your left foot. Extend the arms out. Draw the ribcage in towards each other. Inhale, straighten the front leg, send the arms up for star. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2, bend in the front knee. Inhale, straighten the leg, send the arms up for star. And then heel toe the feet in just a little bit. Send the toes out and the heels in. Take the hands to the hips. And then sink down, finding that spot where you find a stretch, but not going too far. Lengthen down through the tailbone. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, spin on the right foot so the toes are pointing forward again, finding Virabhadrasana 2 for just a second. And then act as if someone is pulling your right arm forward and windmill the arms down. Pivot on the back foot again, coming up onto the left toes. And send the right leg back, coming up onto both of the toes and bending the knees. Feet are wider than hip distance apart. Push the ground away, draw the navel up and in. Take a big inhale. Exhale, come forward, bending the knees down onto the mat. Grow longer through the crown of the head and the tailbone. Inhale, lengthen out through the left arm. Extend the right toes back behind you. Stay here. Or lift the right foot up, extending longer. Inhale. Exhale, float everything back down. Inhale, pick the left knee up off of the mat. Step the foot in the center of the hands. Push into the right toes, lifting the right kneecap off of the ground. And opening up over towards the right side. Check in with your left foot and make sure that the heel is bisecting the arch of the left foot. And then bend into the left knee, extending the arms out. Inhale, straighten the legs, send the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, reach the arms up, straighten the leg. And then heel toe the feet together. I'm going to turn. Remember, toes out, heels in, hands come to the hips, and sink. Maybe it's a little lower than the first time, or maybe not. Wherever you are, lengthen down through the tailbone and continue to breathe space into the inner thighs. Inhale, reach the arms up, straighten the legs. Send the left toes forward, pivoting on the right foot. And then extend the arms out and act as if someone's pulling your left arm this time forward. Window the arms down, pivot on the right foot, and extend the left leg back behind you, coming into downward dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. Bend the knees. And then take a big inhale, filling up your entire stomach. Exhale, begin to come forward, floating the knees down, but instead of reaching them down towards the mat, just hover here for a second. Squeeze the abs. And slowly bring the knees down. Release the toes, and then send both of the knees out as wide as the mat. And then flex the feet so the toes point out. And you can stay here if this feels good, if you're feeling a nice stretch. If you're not, you can extend the knees out a little bit wider. And if you want, you can grab your prop and rest your arms on it, or you can just stay with your hands flat on the mat. And then breathe into whatever you're feeling on the inner thighs. And then when you're ready, release from the prop if you're using one. Slowly bring the knees in towards each other. And then send the legs back just a little bit, bending the elbows coming onto the stomach. Take the elbows underneath the shoulders. Inhale, roll the shoulder blades down the back, look up. Exhale, down. And then spider the fingers out so they're off of the mat. And we're going to do that same thing. Push the mat away with the toes. Inhale, lift. Use your back strength. Exhale, down. Now you can do that again, or we're going to come into locust pose. So take a block or a pillow, putting it in between your upper thighs, and then begin to squeeze the block with your legs. Still pushing the ground away with your toes. And then interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale, lift up off of the mat with your heart, sending the heart forward, using your back strength. Act as if someone is pulling you from behind. Breathe. And on your next exhale, slowly float the hands down and the torso. And then if you did that with me, you can remove your prop from your legs. Push the ground away, bringing the knees back up a little bit. Take the hands underneath the shoulders, come up onto the toes, lift the tops of the legs off of the mat, and hover, squeeze. And then release the legs down, taking the knees as wide as the mat or further, flexing the feet. You can stay here or come onto your prop. And continue to inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head and the tailbone. We're always trying to maintain a long spine. When you're ready, release the prop if you're on one. Slowly bring the knees back towards you, extending them back behind you just a little bit, bending the elbows, come down onto the mat with your stomach. Take the elbows underneath the shoulders, Push the hands into the mat and the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Spider the fingers out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Do that again. Or take a prop in between your upper legs. Squeeze that prop. Take the hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers in the way that feels weird. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, act as if someone's pulling your arms back behind you. Use your core, use your back muscles. Exhale, release. Remove the prop from your inner thighs. Push the ground away. Bring the knees up just a little bit, coming onto your feet, and then scoot your sits bones over towards the left. Extending the feet out. I'm going to turn here just so you can see. And then take the thickest prop that you have and come to sit on the very edge of it again, just like we did with the pillows. Take 2 pillows, drawing your feet towards each other. Take the pillows underneath the knees and relax the knees down. You may need multiple pillows if your legs are up here. Just find what can fully support you so that you're not just collapsing into this pose. Then roll the shoulder blades down the back and begin to breathe. Inhale with me for a 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. Release the props. You may want to have a pillow towards the back of your mat. And then grab your little strap. Send the arms out in front of you. Super slowly roll down onto your back. Take one of your legs and just lift it. And notice if your head comes up with it. If that's the case, take a pillow, drawing it underneath your head. If you need something taller, go ahead and do that. You just want, again, to bring the floor to you. When you're ready, take your strap or your sock and bring it around your left thigh. And then you can go ahead and lower that left foot down. Take the right ankle, crossing it over the left thigh. Flex the right foot super deeply, so not just with your toes, the whole foot. And then begin to lift. Use your strap to pull your leg closer to you, but then softly and gently send the right knee back. Just find your spot again, and if this is too intense, just go ahead and lower the left foot back down onto the mat. Begin to breathe space and openness into your right hip. When you're ready, release the left foot down and release the right leg, taking the strap off of the left leg. Take your strap around the right thigh. Drop the right foot down onto the mat. Take the left ankle, drawing it towards the right thigh and then overhanging it. Flex the left foot. You can stay here or use your strap to bring your legs back towards your chest. Gently drawing the left knee away from you. Relax your jaw if you're holding tension there. Slowly bring the right foot back down onto the mat. Draw the left foot down, and you can release the strap. If it feels comfortable for you to leave the pillow here, if you have one, go for it, or if you need one, stick one underneath your head. Extend the legs out, close the eyes. Hands can be down on the mat or on your stomach. Coming into Final Shavasana, where we just sit here in stillness, allowing our body to absorb all of the good things that you just did for it. Begin to come back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bend the knees, drawing them in towards your chest. Then drop them over towards the left side. Coming on to the left arm, resting the temple in your arm. Take a breath. And then push the ground away super slowly, coming to sit up. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you enjoyed this, please consider liking it and subscribing to my channel. Namaste.